peer-reviewed and refereed journals, fake. And then they said that, impact factor 7.97. I told that if it's the impact factor is more than 1, you need to be very careful. And then when I click that, you see here in the second page, it says, yeah, this is impact factor 7.97 calculated by Google Scholar. Okay, so we cannot rely upon these metrics. Now, this is another interesting case. I'm just comparing two PDF versions of two papers from two different journals. The left-hand side, the one that I have here is a legitimate journal from a premier publisher in Elsevier, and this is not an indexed one. Now you look at that. The first thing is the logo contains tree. Here also it has a tree in the logo. And then you see the Journal of Molecular Liquids there at the top, similar way and similar color. And then here the journal name, here also the journal name. Look at that, there is a double line cross the same way. Article info, that's the same thing. Here also article info. Look at the background, the gray color background. The font is Journal of Molecular Liquids is Cambria font. Here Journal of Advanced Chemical Science, again Cambria font. Content list available at Science Direct. Content list available at JAX directory. And the journal homepage, www.elsevier.com. Here journal homepage is www.jaxdirectory.com and so on. And it is very easy to come up with, such attractive PDFs. Right? But you need to really look at that, whether that is indexed or not. That is important. Now, this is another journal, the Journal of Emerging Technology and Innovative Research. If anything that is there in the innovative, I said creative in the title, innovative in the title, you have to be very careful. Okay? And you said UGC approved journal. Approved journal, fake. Right? And then you look at that, an international scholarly open access journal, peer-reviewed, refereed. I said the refereed journal, fake. Yesterday also somebody has asked, sir, what is a refereed journal? Okay. And then impact factor 7.95, and that is by Google Scholar and so on. And multidisciplinary, fake. Multidisciplinary, multi-language journal, right? You need to be very careful. Now I typed this one, and you see here International Journal of Recent Technology and Engineering, and that is there in scope. But if you look at the site score, highest file, citations, and all the other things, everything is not applicable. What do you mean by not applicable? These journals are having not applicable. They do not have any metrics. They might be featured in the Scopus website for about 1 month or 2 months. Then that might be kicked out from the system. Since it is indexed, it is there. Okay. And it doesn't get any citation, so it is not NA. So even if you want to pick something from the Scopus, I suggest that minimum of 1.5 to 2 site score is always good. And then check that whether the journal is there in the Scopus for a longer period. Probably 30 years, probably 40 years, probably 20 years, probably 10 years, probably 5 years. Don't go to a journal which is just like that, freshly indexed, last month, and then you want to go and you want to pay and you want to publish. No, never ever go there, right? Now, this is the International Journal of Recent Technology and Engineering. You see here, the Scopus coverage is from 2018 to 2019. You may think that this journal is there for 2 years. No, this journal is only there in the Scopus for only 2 months. I tell you why. Now you look at that, in the entire 2018, it published 198 articles. And in the month of the January alone, this particular journal accepts 8,310 documents in 1 month, and immediately Scopus discontinued that. I repeat, because it asks for 20,000 rupees for paper and then into 8,000 rupees. Just think about that, the number of crores that this particular journal had. But the worst thing is, since it is said discontinued 2018 to 2019, from February to December, this journal accepts 1 lakh article more. 1 lakh article, 20,000 per article. A charge. You are talking about a lot of scams. Indian faculty members, those who are having PhD degree in their bag, and they are ready to pay and publish. At the end, these type of journals are looting money from the intelligent people, so-called, in the society. Are we not ashamed of these practices in our academic fraternity? We need to be double vigilant in that category, right? So that's one example. Now, whenever you come across the term impact factor, please go to Web of Science. Type Web of Science, the master journal list. Go and type your name, the journal name here. Find whether the journal is there or not. If the journal is not there, you have to come up with the exact match. Then go and check whether that is coming under Arts and Humanities Citation Index, Science Citation Index Expanded, or Social Science Citation Index, or whether it is tagged with the biological record, zoological record. You may wonder that, sir, people are still saying that this is Web of Science, but it is biological record. I tell you, if suppose I am introducing myself that I am working in Madras Christian College, and immediately what will be your question to me? Sir, you are working in MCC. Oh, good. Which department that you are in? Will be asking, right? Or any other question that you will ask. Oh, you are from which department, sir? You are from which department, ma'am? We'll be asking, right? And if I'm saying that I'm working in canteen, how do you rate? Come on, something like that. Then the Web of Science, the core collections are eligible to get impact factor. And therefore, if you really want to publish, go and publish in the core collection. Scopus doesn't have this category. Scopus is arranging the journals based on their performance. That's like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, so that you need to know. I'll show that a little bit later. Now, this third text is a journal which is published by a premier publishers called Taylor and Francis, and there is a other journal called Third Concept. The third text is a Web of Science index journal. Third Concept is not an index journal. Religion, State and Society is an index journal in Web of Science, and Religion and Society is not an index journal. We look at that, very similar names. We'll just say that, yeah, I published in Third Concept. Third Concept is not an index journal, but third text, yes. Right? You need to be very careful with that. Now, look at that. International Journal of Computational Science and Engineering is an index journal. And International Journal of Computer Sciences and Engineering is not an index journal. Sounds very similar, right? The names, you have to be very careful, right? Journal of Artificial Intelligence and Soft Computing is an index journal, and International Journal of Artificial Intelligence and Soft Computing is not an index journal. So you see that the journal titles are very close resemblance, and then you will be wrongly picking the wrong journal. Very careful with that, right? So my suggestion is like always prefer a premier publisher, because I always used to say that if you are doing a wonderful work, go and pick a journal which is wonderful. Many people are reading, right? Okay. Now you may say that, sir, I didn't manipulate any of the data. I published my work in this journal. Yes, of course, they charge 2,000. I published, but how can you say that this is poor? Here is an example. Now, this is like, my intention is not to degrade any of the people here, even just I am showing as an example. Reverse logistics practices in plastic recycling unit with a special reference to Kerala. And you see the author's name. There's author 1, author 2, author 3, right? Okay, I clicked this particular paper, and you see here, there's a beautiful, attractive PDF with colorful. So another indication, if the PDF is very colorful, it's fake. If the PDF is very colorful, it's fake. You see here, beautiful golden gilt, a blue color, attractive navy blue or royal blue, and then the name and other things are there. Now the point here is, title is there. You see only one author. In the front page, there's a guide name. There's a Professor Mamila Rajashekhar is there. Inside that, there's no. You see here, MPhil completed, Department of Commerce, University of Kerala. If suppose you publish your work in this journal, how do I rate your work? Your work is wonderful. You didn't manipulate anything. But what quality of the work that you have? Then how do you rate your institution? How do NIRF is looking your institution? Never ever, put yourself, your work into a good journal. Please be careful. Okay. So then the journal which are telling that, yeah, this is a very good journal. Any journal which is giving feedback, fake. Any journal which is giving feedback, fake. You see here that the service that this journal provides is both valuable and visionary. and it is a realistic impact, and impact factor is also very high. It is useful, highly acceptable publishers. In my opinion, I recommend this journal for each and every individual to accept. You need to be very careful. If any journal is giving something like this, you need to be very careful. Okay, this is an interesting one. You see here, the International Journal of Commerce and Economics. Okay, people are saying that multidisciplinary. What is it? You see here, and those thing is, you see here, the assistant professor editor is doing PhD. How many of you got PhD here? Many people, right? If I ask you to just put a thumbs up, how many thumbs ups are coming? And the editor is doing PhD. It is like LKG student is coming to your college and teaching the postgraduate students, or in fact conducting a FDP. Will you accept? Come on, say yes or no. If you just, I want to get some kind of response from you, you just,
No, sir. No.
Right? Will you accept? No, right? Then how do you want to publish there? Okay. Yes, thank you. But the important thing is, I'm not worrying about this particular person. My question is, look at the two websites. Same website, same image, same logo, everything is same. Only the journal name is different. International Journal of Commerce and Management Research, International Journal of Commerce and Economics. You see the diagram, you see the image, WhatsApp. Only that, index journal, referee journal. I said referee journal fake. Got it, right? You see here logo and everything. See how many people are like that. You see here a journal publishes similar work with different color. An article submission fee. Some journals are telling that no, we will not charge article processing charges. Okay, then is it for Indian authors 1000 INR, and then for foreign authors 13 USD, and they said that no article processing fee, but there is an article submission fee. I don't know, you just lie and put the bed sheet, or put the bed sheet and lie. Okay, lying down. No meaning, right? And then it is 1000 rupees. Yesterday we have seen that minimum amount is probably 15,000 Elsevier is demanding. So less than that, whatever you pay, it's fake. Very simple. You are paying 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 3,000, 800, 900, 6,000, 8,000. We need to be very careful. It's fake. Never ever pay, first of all. Why do you want to pay? We said that, out of 47,000 Scopus journals, 40,000 journals you don't want to pay and publish. And only you are just going and looking for that particular 7,000 journals, and you are telling that they are asking in dollars. You need to be very careful with that. Okay. And now we say that, okay, no article submission charges, article processing fee, we will charge, no problem. But you see that for India, for the paper up to 3 authors, 2,000 rupees, and for every additional author, 600, 700. What kind of business is this? Right? You need to be very careful with that. Okay. So for whatever we said, there is a journal and they are making money. Okay. Now, entering into a real problem that the academic fraternity is facing is a clone journal or a hijack journal. Here, the original journal is there. Somebody has created a website for original journal. And many people think that we publish in original journal, but instead of end up in publishing a wrong journal. This is called a clone journal. Clone journal is nothing but some journals, they run a web page, copying the ISSN and the journal title of a legitimate journal. Okay. For example, there are many journals listed by the UGC CAT. It is there in the first page. Let me take this as an example, Adhigam. And then there's a journal called Adhigam. They added International Journal of Hindi Research. Got it? Okay. So Adhigam is a Hindi language journal. Publishing industry is published at the State Institute of Education. And then ISSN is there. There is no e-ISSN, so no electronic version. And the URL not applicable, which means no website is available. Okay. But somebody is from Maharashtra, because he said Hindi and Marathi. So we can learn that somebody is from Maharashtra, created a website, and they have given a link. So you identify if you are from Hindi, and they said, sir, I want to publish in UGC. Yes, there is a journal called Adhigam, and there's a Hindi journal. You go to Google and type Adhigam, International Journal of Hindi Research. Oh, very good. Come, just go and I publish, and they'll charge 3,000 rupees, and you'll publish. Your paper will be there in that website, and you feel that, yes, I published in UGC. That is called clone journal. You have been fooled. You have been deceived. Okay. So you need to be like that. Many journals are listed. It is just a case study. Today you go to UGC Care and plus clone journal. You have a list of journals they have listed. UGC Care listed around probably 60 to 65. But I have a list of around 375 plus journals which are termed as clone journal. And there is an international community for this. That's called the watch list. Okay. Retraction watch database. That is something called that. There are more than 3,370 journals are there. It is keep on accumulating. Now, we will look at this particular feature. The journal name is called Strat Research UGC Care Group 2 Journal. Okay. And the Web of Science group. And you have a Strat logo, impact factor 6.1. But UGC Care Group 2 is journals indexed in Web of Science and Scopus. Okay. So 6.1 may be possible. But they have UGC logo and UGC approved journal. How come we say that? UGC logo, approved journal, you see editor@gmail.com. Oh my God, all indications are leading to say that this is not a good journal, right? But they said that. And if you look at that, they have, other information like multidisciplinary. Come on, multidisciplinary means by the time you have to echo me, fake, right? Multidisciplinary, why I'm telling that? Just down you see acceptance status 48 hours. And this is UGC Care link they have given, and it is in UGC Care. And more importantly, it is like you can submit your article to gmail.com. Fine. And they have also given a video as well. Let me, do a video, or let me just show that how this website looks like. Okay. Hope my screen is visible.
Sir, it is visible.
Yes, thank you. So if you look at the first page itself, they have given a snapshot of the presence of this particular journal in Web of Science. Okay. And you see that Strat Research is a leading high quality, open access, peer reviewed, monthly published research journal. Okay. So they have given all these things. The aim of the journal is to do all these things. But if you look at that, subjects, arts, banking, biomedical, biology, business, and so on. And if you look at that, all these philosophy, pharmaceutical science, political science, public administration, DMK, ADMK, MDMK, and so on. Look at that at the end, visual, and they forget the communication. They start with visual. Have you ever seen some websites with this sort? But if you look at that, this is a throughout the year, it will accept paper. UGC Care link they have given. You can go and check. 48 hours it will be accepted. And they have given a YouTube video. Let us sit and watch. No sound involved. And they say that how to do that. And they have created a username. This is called careugc@gmail.com. And password is very toughest password 1234 error. So they are teaching you how to find a journal in UGC Care. Care UGC, and then they are typing the secret password, and to help you, they just enable them, and they are just make sure that they are not machines, they are humans. And they're confirming that to a machine. Finally, it accepts that you are not alone. Then just it is going and clicking that signed citation index expanded, which is nothing but straight away we could have gone to Web of Science category. Go and type 00392049 and then search, and then the journal name is there. Okay, so now can anyone unmute and tell that they boldly has given this video and it is there, but it is UGC Care, it is 6.1, and then it is accepting paper as it is, and it is accepting from banking to visual communications and so on. Any thoughts on that? Please quickly, one can answer. Anyone can answer? Is this okay, or this is a fraud?